The focus goes back on Donald Trump, who's now claimed that Putin is on board for a peace deal. Kremlin says still studying the peace deal invite. Putin has come out to say that the invitation is only under consideration. While on the other hand, Donald Trump comes out to say that Putin invited for the peace deal and he has accepted. Putin has again come out to say that he can send $1 billion from the frozen Russian assets. This is so US President Donald Trump says that Russia's Vladimir Putin has agreed to join his controversial Board of Peace, despite the Kremlin so far saying it was still studying the invite. Putin says that Russia is studying the peace board proposal after Trump says he accepted the very invite. US President Donald Trump on Wednesday said that Russian President Putin had accepted his very invitation to join Trump's Board of Peace initiative aimed at resolving global conflicts, a statement that Putin quickly countered, saying that the invitation was only under consideration. So right now, this is what we're looking at. Let's quickly listen into what has been said by Trump first, as well as Putin, on this very peace deal and who is to get on board before we proceed with the discussion on the same.
We want all nations. We want all nations where people have control, people have power. That way we're never going to have a problem. This is the greatest board ever assembled. And everybody wants to be on it. But yeah, I have some controversial people on it, but these are people that get the job done. These are people that have tremendous influence. And, like what all babies on the board, there wouldn't be very much. So he was invited. He's accepted. Many people have accepted. I don't know of anybody that hasn't accepted. But it's going to be great. I think the Board of Peace will be the most prestigious board ever, and it's going to get a lot of work done that the United Nations should have done. And we'll work with the United Nations, but the Board of Peace is going to be special.
Что касается нашего участия в Совете мира, то МИДу России поручено изучить поступившие к нам документы, проконсультироваться на этот счет с нашими стратегическими партнерами, и только после этого мы сможем дать ответ на переданное нам приглашение.
Pranay Upadhyay continues to stay with us. Pranay, firstly, before we get into how the Board of Peace, or rather what will the Board of Peace look like when and if Putin joins hands with Trump and becomes a member, while it's said that it might consider it at this given point of time. When we speak of this Board of Peace, one also needs to understand what's the purpose of a Board of Peace when there's also a United Nations that exists at this point of time. What exactly will the specific role of this Board of Peace be, and does it overlap in its function with the UN then?
These are the larger questions, Shreya, and the world is still trying to, study that what exactly is behind the idea of this Board of Peace, because the invitations extended to even countries like Belarus, in countries like Kosovo, countries like Russia, which clearly shows that President Donald Trump is trying to create an architecture which is much beyond the Gaza peace deal and the solution of Gaza, and therefore there are concerns from the United Nations as well. However, if you've seen, President Donald Trump has extended invitation to India, to Russia, to Arab nations, to many countries. Over 60 countries have been invited to be part of this Board of Peace on Gaza peace plan. And he has also, there are proposals that the membership money would be around $1 billion, to which President Vladimir Putin said that we welcome the invitation by U.S. President Donald Trump. Russia is committed to work out any proposal which bring longevity and stability of peace in the region, and especially in the Palestinian in the West Asian region. And we are still studying, and if the membership money need to be worked out, then Europe has the assets of the frozen assets of Russian Federation, and they can use that money as part of the membership money or membership contribution. So clearly, President Donald Trump President Vladimir Putin is trying to strike two birds from one stone, and on the other side, he is also enjoying kind of enjoying the firework in the NATO alliance, because right now it's the NATO or the Western nations, United Nations, United States, and the European Union and the NATO partners are looking at the ruptures in their partnership. So clearly, there are reviews on this Board of Peace, its idea and how it could go forward. Meanwhile, many countries have announced, including the 8 Arab nations, many Islamic countries have come out with a joint statement clearly saying that they want to be part of this Board of Peace. And President Donald Trump seems to be, serious at this issue. However, if you see President Putin's statement, Shreya, he said that we want to work on any proposal which is in congruence with the UN resolutions.
Right, Pranay. The interesting part about historic events is how it tends to oftentimes repeat itself, and that is what we are looking at. We're standing at a very crucial juncture when we speak of geopolitics. Thank you for putting it all into context for us. And with that, viewers, before we move on, we'll just play out what exactly has the Russian president said once again before shifting focus.
Что касается нашего участия в Совете мира, то МИДу России поручено изучить поступившие к нам документы, проконсультироваться на этот счет с нашими стратегическими партнерами, и только после этого мы сможем дать ответ на переданное нам приглашение.